so much for being here and clicking on this video. This was actually filmed over 2 days. We are sort of in the middle of summer right now, and I feel like most of my productivity time happens in the morning. So both of these days were filmed from probably about, 9 a.m. or 9:30 until probably noon, and just kind of some random stuff I get done. So on this particular day, Graham had a soccer camp, so I was trying to get some things finished in the kitchen and in the pantry and the refrigerator and freezer. You'll see I completely empty the fridge and the freezer and clean it out because I knew that after soccer camp I was going to be going to the grocery store. So what you'll see me using here is like a thieves cleaner concentrate. I used to always order it from one of the essential oil brands, and I honestly just one day ordered some from Amazon. I'll link it in the description box. It's about a third of the price and I love it. So I just put a little capful in this glass container that says all-purpose cleaner and add water. So this is the point where I'm kind of getting overwhelmed with the freezer. We had not really cleaned out the freezer. We moved in the end of March, and I'm filming this in June, in the middle of June. So we've kind of just, as always, gotten overwhelmed with the amount of groceries that we have. We're a family of 6, so lots of Costco shopping and lots of stocking up, which is great, but we just kind of had started throwing things in. There was no organization, no rhyme or reason to any of it, and I'm kind of like sticking some of the bigger bags of frozen fruits and pizza rolls, chicken nuggets into these Ziploc bags because they were falling out all over the place. So kids would go in there, grab something. Next thing I know, I've got frozen green beans spilled all inside the freezer. So I tried to organize it. I know what's in there now. That's all that really matters. And then once I get all this stuff put back in, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, on the fridge. Moment when I'm realizing, oh my gosh, I have to do this same exact process on the refrigerator side. But I'm just kind of gonna take everything out. I'm gonna wipe the shelves, and as you can see right now, the door we have too many sauces. We had too many mild sauces and Chick-fil-A sauces and everything. So I'm kind of just trying to get it somewhat organized. This is by no means like a deep clean of the fridge, but just wanted to get it prepped for returning home with some groceries and having to have a place to put things. I'm taking some of the things that are in the fridge now and putting them in the freezer because I looked at that tortellini and I realized we're not going to eat that before the expiration date. So I just moved it into the freezer so that we can save that. sure if you noticed the boys behind me whenever I was cleaning the fridge, tossing a little thing of cilantro back and forth. But yeah, never know what they're going to be doing whenever I'm cleaning and my back is turned. So we had to take a little break, and well, the fridge and the freezer were finished as much as they were gonna be. While I was cleaning the fridge, I ended up finding a paintbrush, as you can see, that I was like, okay, I gotta get this cleaned out. And so I went into the lunchroom, worked on that, started fixing some lunch for the boys, which was just like some chicken nuggets, because we were getting ready to leave. So I'm trying to fit in as much as I possibly can, because I knew that when we got back from soccer camp, I was probably going to be about over it. The soccer camp was like 45 minutes away, and the grocery store and everything. So the boys wanted me to fix them jelly sandwiches. They didn't want peanut butter. They just wanted jelly. So they had these jelly sandwiches, and they are going to have the chicken nuggets. And yeah, it's not my finest lunch I've ever made. At least they're having a vitamin here. And, sometimes we just make our lives easy. Right now, this is called a messy kitchen, and until we moved into this house in Ohio, I had never heard of a messy kitchen before. Honestly, sorry for the camera angles here, it's making me a little dizzy. I kind of thought it was a little extra, but to be honest with you, it's like the greatest thing about our whole kitchen, because we can see mostly everything we have. What I'm trying to show in showing you those baskets is just the complete lack of organization. Sort of the same thing had happened. Lots of trips to Costco, lots of grandparent visits who brought us like these Swiss rolls, and we love them. But yeah, it was time to just like go through it. And a lot of the stuff, unfortunately, watching this back, I was just sick over how much food we threw away. But yeah, it happens when things are in baskets sometimes and not organized, and the kids aren't seeing it, so they weren't eating it. So yeah, it was kind of just checking dates, getting rid of things that were expired. And I have a lot of these, I was realizing I needed a bigger trash bag. I have a lot of these clear acrylic bins that are used in all different ways at different times. I've used these in my fridge, I've used them in the freezer, I've used them in the pantry. But yeah, so I took out some things that I knew the kids would eat and put them in there. This is just real time, real life. At this point, I knew okay, I got to stop with this pantry project. As much as I would have loved to have really dove deeper into that and kept going, I ran upstairs to get the boys' clothes to put on. Graham needed his soccer stuff, and Foster just needed some clothes on. And so went ahead, made their bed, and I'm going to grab their clothes and then run back down and get them dressed. I'm sure at this point in the day, I probably had about, 20 minutes until it was time to leave. So again, I'm trying to be as productive as I possibly can before we walk out the door. This is their bathroom, that is right off their bedroom, and it requires a wipe down every single day, random Rubik's Cube in there. But basically, I just keep these Lysol wipes right on the ground. ready to go, and I'm not gonna show you guys me cleaning the toilet, but did that because little boys. And yeah, so I filled up their essential oil diffuser, I wiped the countertop, the sink, wiped up all the toothpaste mess that was kind of sprinkled all over the place, the fronts of the cabinets and the handles, and I did clean their toilet, clean the floor around the toilet. It probably took me all of 5 minutes, if that, but if I don't stay on top of it, it's overwhelming. All right, more random cleaning, but this is in our foyer. Our office doors hadn't been touched, to be honest with you, probably since we moved in. So lots of kid handprints everywhere. So I went ahead and cleaned those because the boys were, I don't know, they were probably upstairs brushing their teeth or something. And I just wanted to hurry up and get this done. I ended up cleaning the front door too while it was right there. And yeah, just trying to squeeze in as much as I can. To get the boys ready. Graham had already put his soccer stuff on, and I'm gonna go ahead and help him out with his shin guards and his socks because honestly it will just be a lot faster if we do it that way. You can see this robot vacuum behind me. This thing runs probably twice a day at least. I just push the button, let it run. It does suck some things up sometimes, which is, a little bit annoying. This is a ruggable rug, so it's a little bit lighter and it does kind of pull it up on the edges, but honestly, it's better than having crumbs everywhere. So I just let that thing run. I'm scrambling at this point to try to at least get the baskets put into the messy kitchen pantry area before we walk out the door. Some of them go back in empty, like these two. Some of them are semi-organized, but that's what we did there. I had to include this little clip because if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen this gadget that I ordered off of Amazon. I will also link this in the description box, and they have other ones on Amazon as well if you just search bag sealer. But I love it. It heats up super fast. I know it looks like a hair straightener or crimper, but it's not. It closes up your bags so that your chips stay fresh. All right, so welcome to the next day. We are starting off this morning with washing all of the bedding. We had, I had spilled coffee on the comforter a few times, and it was just time. I try to wash our sheets. Well, I do wash our sheets at least once a week. The comforter, pretty much the same. So I took everything off the bed, and I'm gonna toss that into the washer here in a little bit. I am cleaning off our dresser. Again, this is not a big deep clean. This is just daily, weekly maintenance so that it doesn't get insanely crazy in our bedroom. But often our bedroom is the neglected area, just to be honest. So but I'm gonna clean off all of the dresser, the nightstands, just give everything a quick dust, and then get that bedding started. So back to the bed. This is not something that I would do every time that I wash the sheets, but since I already had the vacuum in here, I just thought I would go ahead and vacuum off our mattress and our headboard. Go around pretty much every time I vacuum with this attachment and clean off the baseboards because new construction dust is still settling, and I feel like every time that I look at our baseboards, they do have this kind of like lip on them that seems to hold the dust. But anyway, maybe that will subside eventually, but for right now I feel like we're living in so much dust. Now I'm just gonna vacuum, get those vacuum lines. You have to love that when you walk into your room, everything is clean, you've got vacuum lines, your sheets are clean, nothing better. Washer. I'm going to wash the comforter separately because it is king size and I didn't want it to get all tangled up with the sheets. A trick that I learned once, I think on TikTok of all places, is to put your sheets on when they just come straight out of the washer and not dry them. Unless you live in a super humid climate, this has always been fine for me, even when we lived in South Florida. And I just put them on wet out of the washer and they dry on the bed within probably 20 minutes. They hold the smell of the laundry detergent literally until the next week when you wash them again. I don't know what it is, but not drying them, it's like this really fresh, sort of like line dry scent without having to line dry them. And then I just hang, we have a canopy sort of bed, so I just hang the pillowcases over that. You could hang them over anything, a chair, stair railing. So we had some work done in the house this week, and we had a painter here doing some like touch-up stuff. So the walls had been sanded and then painted and like re-caulked around this countertop. So everything needed to just have a good wipe down. It was super dusty. You might not be able to tell from these videos, but it was really just like dusty in there. And then I went ahead and put back the bins. I have the boys' sporting equipment stuff, not equipment, but uniforms in these bins, and it is the best thing ever. I got them at Target when they were half off. They were like $6 and such a good investment. Every time that we get them ready for, baseball or soccer, we just grab the bin, everything's in there. So that's easy. This giant canister is full of OxyClean, and so it's super heavy to move. I honestly don't move it very often, but there's always some like little spills around it. So I'm just gonna wipe down the rest of the laundry room, like the cabinets, all of the dust that was happening in there, and just get that ready to go and nice and clean. So we are going to finish up for the day of cleaning in the mudroom. This room is right off of our garage, which is where we always enter and exit our house, and it gets so messy so fast. So you can see we like dump our mail here. I have a bag of donuts sitting here. Purses get thrown everywhere, backpacks, shoes. So I'm gonna go through, try to clean this up, just very basic, like wiping of surfaces. I'm not doing anything crazy in here. I'm gonna vacuum the floors, and then we're pretty much done for the day. I definitely, like I said in the beginning of the video, I try to use that time in the morning to be productive. It does not always happen. There are certainly days where I'm sitting outside on the deck just drinking coffee and I'm not productive at all, and that's okay. Also keep in mind, this is an edited video and I have the sound turned off. So it's not always peaceful and you know, sometimes it's a little crazy at my house. Right here, Foster broke his sucker and I have to fix it for him. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I love to watch these whenever I'm cleaning, and I hope I gave you some motivation.